AP arms race. Now, if you're choosing your child's classes by asking how many APs do selective colleges expect, you may be solving the wrong problem, because the strongest schedule is not automatically the schedule with the largest number of APs. Give me the next few minutes and I'll show you my sustainable rigor framework, 3 questions I would use before adding one more advanced class to your child's schedule. I also have course selection guidance families can use to think through rigor more strategically instead of treating AP and dual enrollment classes like a point system, because it's not. I'm Jenny, the founder of Missions Narrative. I'm an MIT alum with admissions interviewing experience, and I help ambitious families make these decisions in the context of the student's entire admission strategy, not one credential at a time. And in every video, I want to give you one framework you can actually use at your kitchen table, because take the hardest class possible sounds simple until you're looking at your actual teenager's schedule. The problem we're trying to solve here is parents of strong students worry constantly about rigor. Like, is she taking enough APs? Should he do some college dual enrollment? If he drops this advanced class, will that look bad? Does she need one more science class? And because the stakes feel high, families can start treating rigor like an arms race. More must be better. Now they count. 5 APs sound better than 4. 7 sounds better than 5. They compare schedules with other students. They look at what the top kids at school are doing, and they sometimes build a schedule around the fear of appearing less competitive. Why is this not working? Because here's the goal. The goal is to build the strongest sustainable academic foundation for the student's school context and target colleges without unnecessary credential stacking. And this word matters, sustainable. You're not building an isolated course list. You're building the academic part of a larger story. So here are the 3 steps. Step 1, start with context, not a magic number. First ask, what does rigor actually look like at the student's school? What courses are available? What has the student already taken? What is their academic trajectory? Because 5 APs means nothing by itself. The right question is not what numbers look impressive. It's what does a strong progression look like for the student in this environment? Step 2, align rigor with the student's strengths and direction. Then look at what the student is actually building toward. If there are emerging academic interests, the schedule should make sense alongside them. Again, that doesn't mean locking in a 15-year-old into a career forever. It means asking whether the academic choices reinforce or contradict the larger profile. If a student says they're intensely interested in one area, but consistently avoids available rigor in that area, that may create a question worth examining. Step 3, check the opportunity cost. Now ask, what does this extra class cost us? Does adding another advanced course create so much pressure that the student no longer has time to deepen an important project? Do they lose time for an activity where they are building genuine leadership? Does their overall performance suffer? Does the schedule become impressive on paper but strategically counterproductive? That is where the word sustainable matters, because it turns course selection from a competition into a strategic decision. Now, families who chase AP volume without knowing what actually strengthens the academic story should be mindful of this. The goal isn't the maximum number of advanced classes. The goal is the strongest academic foundation that makes sense for the student and supports everything else they're trying to build. That's where the course selection guidance can help, a structured way to evaluate rigor in context rather than simply counting course labels, because it replaces, are we doing enough with, does this schedule make strategic sense? And those are two very different questions. If you like this, comment AP on this post and I will send you additional free resources just like this one.